This video will discuss friction forces and their relevance to athletics. Every sport has a specific type of footwear that is meant to be worn for that specific sport. This is because of how the sole of the footwear interacts with the surface of the sport is played on. This is important for both optimal performance and safety. The example that will be discussed in this video are basketball shoes. When discussing friction force for sports, the surface the sport is played on, in the case of basketball, the hardwood court, has a coefficient of static friction because the object is still. The coefficient of kinetic friction in this scenario will be the soles of the basketball shoes since the shoes are what is moving. The coefficient of friction is what will essentially determine how the two surfaces interact. A value of 0.8 between the two surfaces provides sufficient traction. In basketball, a coefficient of friction slightly above 0.8 between the shoes and the court is optimal, so players can effectively plant their feet, make cuts, and change direction quickly. Anything below a coefficient of friction of 0.8 will decrease the value and make the surfaces interact poorly with each other and slippery. For example, if the soles of the basketball shoes were made with paper and played on a normal hardwood basketball court, or if the basketball court was really slick, like wet turf, and were played on with normal basketball shoes, it would make it much more difficult to plant your foot or change direction without slipping, and is not ideal for performance. Anything much higher than a coefficient of friction of 0.8 will increase the value and make the surfaces sticky and easier to trip on. For example, if the soles of the basketball shoes were made of plastic wrap and you were playing on a normal hardwood basketball court, or if the basketball court was rough, like a concrete street or road, and you were playing with normal shoes, your shoes would be much more prone to stick and would increase your chances of injury, especially to the knee if your body was to turn in a different direction before your foot could be released from the ground.